So welcome to Active Ideas. This is an interview talking about the Arc of Attrition, which is a 100-mile race in Cornwall. It's a race that I've done before but really struggled at, and I'm looking to go back this year and do my best. So if you're new to trail running and ultra running and you want a bit of an insight to what the mind of a runner kind of like looks and feels like, I hope this video helps you out. Maybe it'll help motivate you, inspire you, or all of those things.
How did you first learn about ultramarathons and what attracted you to them?
These are tough questions already, number one. So how did I find out about ultramarathons? I think it was the natural progression of starting off with a 5k and literally struggling to do a 5k and then thinking, can I do 9 miles, bumping it up to your first half marathon. Then you do your marathon and you think when you finish, I actually could have gone a step further. So yeah, that's when you kind of start exploring the ultramarathon scene. And I think it was probably people and athletes like Kingsley on YouTube doing documentaries and just seeing you can run up in these majestic mountain places and have a really good time and adventure. The personal motivations to do this. I think it's quite nice to know that you can do it. So I guess there's some self-fulfillment and confidence in being able to do a really tough physical and mental challenge. I'd say that's probably what it means to me most personally. I just intrinsically enjoy pushing myself, I guess. Training's been tough this time round. I've had a few tough things. Just struggling with my ear actually this year, ear infections. So that's really kind of put a limit on to how much miles I can do. But I've tried to go an alternative route and basically been doing cross training. So I've been training in the gym and doing stuff like the cycle ergometer, enjoying the rowing and the ski erg. And this is a bit kind of wild, but I've literally done about 3 or 4 months worth of football training as well, and just kind of working on that cardiovascular system and I guess the anaerobic system as well to just help me cope with the hills of Cornwall in this 100-mile race. So the hardest part so far mentally in training has been when I went to Wales and Ecstasy and we ran from Wales, which is a beautiful place in Norfolk, all the way to Cromer, and I did that with Sarah and Luke. That just got mentally tough because I think I was expecting that to be quite easy, and then when we were about 5 miles away from finishing that run, which was a 22-mile run, just out of nowhere my body was struggling, and then you get those fears come in that if I can't handle a 22-mile run with some mates, how am I going to be able to finish a 100-mile run? And physically would probably be football, just getting back into playing football with the lads, and it's just a different type of fitness. That's when I kind of flick on my David Goggins, and it's about the discipline over motivation. I've found for myself anyway, and I know that everyone's different, but if I can get myself out that door, that is the most important thing, and then I can usually get the training session done. How I've been able to do that this year, having a set date that I'm going to meet a group of people and do a physical exercise. So a lot of people have asked me, are you excited about this race? And I think even my own family, they're trying to gauge where I am mentally on this race and kind of not getting much feedback, but I think that's part of my mental preparation because I'm trying to not burn myself out a week or 2 weeks before the race. I genuinely am deep down to my core really excited about this race, but if I get excited 2 weeks before, it's going to affect things like sleep quality, how hard I push myself in training sessions, and I guess that pre-racing anxiety as well can build up. So I am excited, but part of my mental preparation is just keeping a lid on that bottle and making sure it doesn't bubble up into something you can't control. The biggest doubt I had was during the spine race, and it's a different type of race because the intensity is different. It's a lot slower race, and those time cut-offs that you've got to reach checkpoints are a bit easier, but then you've got this kind of mammoth of a distance to kind of reach. There were points when I wanted to DNF in that race and just kind of give up. So to overcome maybe the one time where I've really wanted to give up was messaging family and friends. I guess that's a luxury we do have as ultra runners, is that we can, you're not running a 5k or a 10k, you can get your phone out, call your friend and be your mum, your granny, whoever you need to speak to, and be I need someone to talk to me right now. And I think that really helped me in the spine, where I just needed my family to say keep on going and stop being a little bish.
How are you preparing your body for the physical toll of running 100 miles?
Preparing myself physically for running 100 miles mainly has been this taper that I've been kind of focusing on. So I've tried to taper for roughly about 2 weeks, and that's just kind of cutting down the volume. I've kind of applied a marathon taper to this. So although I'm still out running at the moment and I'm still doing quite intense sessions, it's the volume that's dropped. And the theory is that my body can kind of recover from that. And on race day, I still have that sharpness that I need to get up those hills in Cornwall, but I've also got that rest I need to kind of feel better for the race day. I have actually been doing something calculated. So the nutrition plan that I've done is basically focus on my macros. This is part asthma. This is part of me trying to lose weight, but also make sure that my gut and digestive system is going to be okay for the 100-mile run. So to achieve this, I've been dropping my fat macros. I've been increasing my carbs to basically load up all the muscles in my body with carbohydrate, and I've been eating as much protein as I like, but just been trying to keep a handle on the overall kind of calories and reducing the fat in my intake. And then for race day, I'm winging it. I've gone on to X miles and I've bought like 1,000,001 different gels, but there's just little things in training days where you'll realise I really like that. For recovery and rest, I do a few things. We're here at Linford Lakes and I've done a few ice plunges, and that's been really exciting to play with. I also like massage therapy, so I do a lot of kind of like self-massage. I've got like the scraper tools and the foam rollers and things. Yeah, I guess getting back to nutrition as well, I really do like trying to take a holistic approach to recovery, so eating like things like ginger root and turmeric. I've really been pumping that in the past couple of weeks. The arc of attrition, whilst it's a 100-mile race, it's quite unique. I know that they've changed the route and the course a little bit, but usually there's typically like a bottleneck towards the front of the race, so the harder you can push for that first, it's literally only like 2 or 3 miles, is going to give you such a massive competitive advantage when you're going on the climbs. And I'm a bit of a stronger climber, that's my strength, and yeah, if you get stuck behind people, that just means you lose all of that advantage. So intense pain or fatigue is inevitable at these races. Paracetamol can help. Make sure you don't take ibuprofen, look after those kidneys, drink lots of water. But yeah, paracetamol if things get bad, and just making wise kit decisions are really important. I'm lucky enough to be someone that deals okay with pain and I can push through it. The one thing I've got like trauma memories about is blisters, so yeah, I hope I don't get any blisters because I had some horrific ones on the spine race. But again, just that preparation of whatever your kind of routine is, talcum powder or trench foot cream, just protecting the feet, I think is going to be the main way that I can avoid pain that's going to affect me. Yeah, I don't know what it's really taught me. I really wanted to prove to myself that I could do these crazy challenges, so it was really nice just to, I always had that belief in myself, but there's only so far that, faith or belief can take you. Sometimes you just need to actually do the thing and tick it off. So I do have big dreams for myself as an athlete, and maybe they are pipe dreams, but I really feel like I have what it takes to maybe not podium, but get top 10 in some of these races. So I'm hoping that I can in this race perform a little bit better and eventually have like a athletic performance that I'm really proud of. So the great thing about the arc of attrition is that first starting point of the arc where they've got the flares and people like cheering everybody on and everyone's just sprinting like crazy to start their race. I'm just really looking forward to that. So I think I'm playing with fire this year. It can be the race to make or break me. Either I'm going to get a really good race position and something that I'm proud of, or I'm going to push myself too hard and burn out and DNF. So they're two things that I haven't really dealt with before. A really good performance, and I've also not dealt with a really shit performance. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and I think no matter what, I'm going to learn from it. Yeah, I've always met some amazing people at these races, and I've never regretted any kind of ultra or trail run that I've done. So my advice would be to someone who hasn't done this before is just like sign up. If you are on the fence, do it, you won't regret it. I think for me, and everybody's different, but having that goal and something in your calendar can be really helpful in terms of motivation for you to train. So believe in yourself, you can do it. It doesn't take as much training as you might expect, and as long as you have like a sensible approach to these races and the correct mindset, I think people or the underdogs that I'd class myself as originally are capable of doing amazing things. I guess I'll finish it with thanks for watching this video, and thanks to Luke for helping me film today. Peace out.